Have you heard the story about the brilliant mathematician Leonhard Euler and his proof of God to an atheist philosopher? Euler was working at the St. Petersburg Academy in Russia. There, he crossed paths with the French philosopher Denis Diderot, visiting Russia at Catherine the Great's invitation. The Empress asked Euler to prove that the atheist Diderot was wrong to dismiss God. Diderot was informed that the most learned mathematician in the world would present the Russian court with a proof of the existence of God. Diderot, skeptical as ever, agreed to be there. He was sure he would see through Euler's proof immediately. The big moment arrived. Euler strode in confidently to the court and made his way straight to Diderot. With perfect conviction born of mathematical certainty, he said, "Sir, a plus b to the power n divided by n equals x, hence God exists. Reply." Diderot was dumbstruck. He left Russia immediately. Of course, that equation is not the proof of God. But Euler's formula is. Euler's formula, Euler's mathematical masterpiece, is the God equation. Why? Because it defines an eternal and necessary process for generating a cosine wave and a sine wave. What does that have to do with God? Well, eternal and necessary sinusoidal waves with no beginning and no end are basis thoughts. A full collection of basis thoughts comprises a mind. An eternal and necessary mind is the mind of God. However, there are countless such minds and thus countless gods. All of these God minds think together to create the objective material universe. How do they manage that? Via ontological Fourier mathematics, linking the frequency domain of mind, pure sinusoids, to the space-time domain of matter. To put it another way, frequency thoughts create the material universe. Mind makes matter. The collective mind of God creates the world out of its own thoughts, which net to nothing. So God makes the world out of nothing. And then individual God minds interact with that created world and subjectively experience it. We are those God minds. We don't seem very godlike because we have been subjected to the reducing valve of space-time, which connects us to mortal physical bodies and limited and fallible human senses. The funny thing is that Euler had no idea he had discovered the God equation. That's cosmic irony for you, God's little joke.